Hey everyone, this is Richard with Gorilla Gym. In this video, I'm going over things to do and not do with back squats. So in the beginning, what I'm going to do is show a bunch of different things that you do not want to do. I'm going to obviously exaggerate them for effect, but hopefully you'll get the point. And then afterwards, I'm going to take a little 10-second break on the video. You'll see that, and then I will correct those movements. So the first thing is when you take the bar off the rack, as you've been seeing, don't dance around with it. Be comfortable. Don't keep trying to find your foot position. Okay, make sure that when you take it off the rack, you're doing so efficiently, and you can stand up straight and upright. Also, when you take it out of the rack, don't lunge it out. Okay, take both feet, stand under it, and be super solid. When taking it out of the rack, find a good bar position on your upper back. You're going to find that little groove, that pocket. You don't want it too low. Here you see me struggling with the bar being too low, and it's just not comfortable at all. When I change this angle, you're going to see me demonstrate what happens if you set the bar too high. You don't want to use those pads to make it more comfortable. Just learn to find a good solid position along a nice part of your back. If you have it too high here or too low and the bar's uncomfortable, you're just not going to be able to focus on the back squat because it's so uncomfortable. The bar is the padding, I should say, is a safety issue. You're just not able to get a good firm placement of where it should be. The other factor is breath is going to be really important. Okay, you're going to want to make sure that upper back is nice and tight and breath is pushed into your belly. If you release that breath, as I am right here, you're just dead in the water. Your strength is gone. When you try and come out of the hole, obviously I'm exaggerating it, but your hips are going to fly up. You just have no strength left. You have to keep that breath into your belly and keep your upper back nice and tight with a good arch. That's going to help you stay really rigid at the bottom position so that you can explode out of the bottom with a lot of power. The other issue that happens is if you're not paying attention to sort of corkscrewing your feet into the ground, you're going to start having issues with your knees caving in. So here at the very bottom position, even on the way down, I'm exaggerating what it's like when your knees are coming in. You really have to fight through that. When your knees come in, it alters your pelvic rotation. I mean, it rotates everything. You're going to bring your upper back forward. Everything is just going to be in a really bad position. The other factor here, which is at the very end when you're done squatting, don't try and guess. Don't walk the bar in and try and see if you can sort of figure out how to get the bar back onto the rack or onto the J-cups. Okay, I'm going to show you how to fix that at the back end. So here's that break that I talked about in the very beginning. Now, from here on out, you're going to see the things to do to correct the issues that I went over in the very beginning. So first one is make sure you've got good solid hand placement and make sure the bar is sitting on a comfortable and solid position on your upper back. That's going to help you keep your elbows in a good position, your head back into the bar. Stand up straight. You'll notice that I only took the one step back. I'm locked in. I'm standing up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to squat. Breath is nice and tight. Everything is locked in. Okay, I didn't do a lot of dancing around. I don't have to play with the bar placement on my back. Make sure it's comfortable. I'm just ready to squat. All right, the second point here that I'm going to illustrate is not moving the rack. I'm just doing that for demonstration purposes. Is when I go ahead and I stand up out of it, I'm going to stay really tight in my upper back. Again, a lot of that is going to be based on your elbow position, which is going to vary based on where your hand placement is on the bar to begin with. That can sometimes be a mobility issue. In addition to keeping my head nice and back and tight into the bar, I descend under control. I have my breath pushed into my belly, and I stay relatively upright and rigid so that I can drive with power coming out of the bottom and explode up to the top. Okay, that's really important. From head to toe, you usually start head to toe, you want to address where your tightness is. And a lot of that is going to be with solid placement, nice strong elbows, being able to keep nice and tight. What I'm demonstrating here is that corkscrew effect. You want to really focus on what your adductors, abductors are doing and sort of where that movement is. You want to stay really tight, pushing almost to the outside of your shoes. Okay, and the reason for that is that's going to help you stay nice and rigid with your knees caving in. Okay, really focus on that. So here you see me take that step back. I'm set. I'm nice and tight. And as I descend down into the squat, I'm keeping my knees tracking well over my big toes, and I maintain that while powering up through out of the bottom. Finally, at the end, when I rack it, I step in, place it, and just lean into it, drop down into it. Nice and solid. There you go, back squat. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Take care.